Hello Aries, welcome to your May 2020 love and romance reading. This reading is going to be for Aries sun, moon, rising, and yes, of course, Venus. I know a lot of people like to check out their Venus sign when it comes to love and romance. And if you're sick and tired of love readings, I hear you, I feel you. For those of you that don't know, every single week I do a forecast around career, finances, family life, spirituality. So if you want to know about more than just love, check out the weekly videos. This is the monthly love video. So without further ado, my darling Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, let's see what's going on for you guys in love. You guys keep popping up in Libra's readings. So I don't know if some of you got something going on with the Libra, but for a while, you guys keep popping up in Libra's reading. So I think there's a Libra out there that like can't get you out of their mind, or you guys have some kind of unfinished business. But your first card here for your love reading, Aries, let's put Libra aside. Let's focus on Aries. Your first card here is Six of Coins. And so this is the foundation of what's going on for you in your love energy, in your romance energy for the month of May. Now, for those of you who don't know, there's a lot of planetary action going on in May. There's also a retrograde that's going to cause for heightened emotions, and it's going to cause for a lot of people to really kind of look at their deal breakers when it comes to love, and really kind of look at their personal relationships. And there may be a lot of people breaking up in May. I'm going to be honest with you. But your energy going into May, Aries, is that you're going to have this energy where your focus or your issue around love is you want a fair give and take. You want someone who's going to be generous towards you because you've been generous in the past towards others. I do feel a very interesting energy here from this card for you guys, Aries, and that I do feel some of you are collecting on some kind of like a good karma. Like you're cashing in some karmic points here, some good karma points. And so I do feel like some of you have someone who's maybe really bending over backwards, trying to make up for bad times, or trying to make up for harder times, or trying to show that they appreciate you, or they're putting work into the relationship. Those of you that are single, you're shifting your energy and you're going to be attracting a partner where the effort is two-sided in the relationship. So if you're an Aries that you feel like in the past your relationships, you've been the one that's had to keep it going. You've been the one who's had to initiate and do all the work and keep it all glued together. In May, you're not doing that anymore. And you're having a relationship where it's fair, where there's mutual effort being made. I also feel for some reason with this card, Aries, that for some of you, it seems to be very important that you be in a relationship with someone who matches where you're at financially. Like you're feeling like you want to be with someone who's not only somebody who's earning what you earn or a little bit better. I even feel from there like you don't want somebody who's earning too much more than you. Like you don't want to have a very big gap between incomes, because I feel there's also a certain degree of like power or control here, and you might be concerned that if I'm with someone that's making a ton of money or a lot more money than me, you know, maybe they're going to feel like they have the power in the relationship. So I feel there's a theme in May, Aries, where you're having to balance finances and romantic relationship. I feel like that's something that like that's a situation that might be kind of a touchy subject for some of you, Aries, in the month of May. Your next card here is the Four of Coins. Yeah, money, 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 money. Not just money, but energy spent, time spent. I feel a very similar energy in your reading, Aries, as I did for Gemini. So I don't know if you guys have like Gemini in your chart somewhere, but I also felt for them, what I'm about to tell you, there's just this sense or this feeling of like trying to prove yourself. Like I'm not with you for what you have, or I'm not here to, have you kind of throw a gift at me or do something nice for me to make up for something and then just have everything be okay again. I'd rather just have things be good from the beginning without having to win me over with gifts or trips or outings or what have you. Four of Coins can indicate that there may be a certain degree of financial issues. So maybe there is some arguing about money. Maybe there is some having to set firmer boundaries, what's mine, what's yours kind of energy. In a love reading though, sometimes Four of Coins can come up when someone is in the energy where they're guarding and they're protecting their physical space. So like it could be sometimes when Four of Coins comes up around the matter of love, sometimes it's telling me that this is someone who is abstaining from physical love, like physical intimacy. So maybe some of you are dating or you're getting to know someone and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to hurry up to jump into bed. Like I'm going to really get to know this person better. I'm going to make sure they're making an effort before I, cross that, bridge with them. If you're working towards reconciling or if you're in an existing relationship, you might not be feeling it. You might be wanting your space. You might not be wanting to like go and be in bed with anybody. You might not want that physical intimacy or vice versa. It could be your partner. I feel like for some of you, you're looking at physical intimacy as like it needs to be earned. Like once you earn it, then you can have it. But if you haven't earned it, don't even bother asking, right? So I do feel for some of you, you're taking your power back in that way. And when I say taking your power back in that way, I want to clarify. You're not doing it in a manipulative way. Like you're not doing it in a twisted way. You're doing it in the way where like you're having boundaries for yourself and you're being assertive and you're like, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm feeling used or taken advantage of. So it's being done as like a protection of self, as like making a statement to the universe. Maybe not so much making a statement to this person, but making a statement to the universe in the area where you're just like, I'm not going to give this away just kind of super generously. Like this is important energy to me. This is sacred energy to me. I'm taking my unions or my alignments very seriously. So I feel some of you are coming into a new energy in this way around your relationship with your body, your relationship with physical intimacy. And so for some of you, it's like, cookie jar is going to be off limits for a while for some of you. Okay. Your next card here is the Three of Wands. Now, this is what's interesting to me. I told you, you have all these similarities that are coming in and out with Libra. Libra also received this card. Okay, so there could be something going on with a Libra. When it came up for them, they were planning a trip or they were thinking of planning a trip. So maybe some of you are being invited on a trip with a Libra. I'm only saying that because it's repeating from their reading. Now, for other ones of you, this is fire energy. So this could be like you coming into your power, you having a significant awakening, and you making a decision that you're wanting to really kind of go off in a completely different area or like a completely different area of focus. I feel, Aries, that for some of you, there's gonna be some planning or discussion with a father or father figure around travel. Okay, there could be a discussion around travel. There could be discussion around, like, if there's family assets or like a business or something, family business in another state or another country. There may be discussion about like tying up or wrapping up your financial ties between the two of you. You might be getting ready to settle down with somebody. You might be getting ready to, blend or mix your assets with someone, or like, start a joint account with somebody. And there may be a father figure who, if you look at the face here, seems very concerned about it. Like they're trying to protect their assets, or they're trying to make sure if things go sideways in this relationship, your partner or your spouse or your soon-to-be spouse isn't going to walk off with everything they've worked so hard for. So there could be discussion around like protecting an inheritance. For some of you, you are dealing with disapproval from a masculine mentor or family member or father figure who maybe does not like the person that you're with. And so you guys are finding a way to come into balance and come into an agreement. They might be really pushing you to look into things like, prenup or protecting, like I said, inheritances or things along this line. Sometimes Three of Wands could also indicate like choices or options where you're going to have to choose between a few different prospects in a relationship. So if you're in a relationship, there may be a certain degree of temptation for some of you, Aries. If you're single, you may blink your eye and all of a sudden you've got a few different choices. Sometimes Three of Wands is having to make a choice between a few different options. Some of you are going to get very kind of focused on your finances and creativity, and you're going to be collaborating with people around the project, and you may be meeting a new love interest through these projects. So there's different ways in which the cards can play out, and so it's up to the reader to see the cards that come up around it and to read the energy of the person to figure out how the cards are going to apply. But since this is a general reading and thousands of people watch them, I can't focus on just one person. And so that's why I go over the different scenarios, okay? Moving forward, your next card here is Knight of Cups. So there could be a water sign for some of you that you might be dealing with, okay? I feel for some of you, those of you that you have a father figure or masculine mentor, family member, or somebody that does not like the person that you're with, I feel they're putting some water sign in front of your face. Like, Aries, this person, look at this person. Look over here, Aries. Aries, hey, aren't they wonderful? Aren't they attractive? Aren't they funny? Aren't they great? Oh my gosh, they're so creative. You like creative stuff, Aries. And so I feel like there's like this whole like diversion attempt for some of you. Maybe it's not a father figure, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's your bestie. But I do feel, Aries, some of you have someone that's trying to get you to leave somebody. And they might be throwing this water sign person in your face. Like, look, isn't this person wonderful? I feel, Aries, like you're not taking the water sign person seriously in that way. Like, I don't feel you're tempted by this person. If anything, I feel like for some reason you think this person is looking for clout or exposure in some way, or like they're just trying to like get into like a new circle of people. I think you're questioning this person's motives. Now, for other ones of you, where you're more on a healing path, more on a healing journey. Knight of Cups can sometimes come up in my readings where you have people coming in that are really pursuing you, really putting you up on a pedestal, and you might not necessarily feel like you see a long-term future with them, but the whole reason why they're coming into your life is, you know, the universe, God, spirit, like, it wants you to learn to receive, wants you to learn to be put up on a pedestal, like to be respected, to have somebody working for your attention, to have somebody, like I said, putting you on a pedestal. So sometimes the Knight of Cups comes up because, you know, universe is trying to teach us how to receive, trying to teach us how to be pursued, because you deserve that, right? And the whole point is for you not to feel pressured as though you got to give it up, right? Like, you know, you should be able to accept kindness from somebody and generosity from somebody, you know, without feeling obligated to, like, you know, exchange physical stuff or exchange physical intimacy for it. Now, it would be wrong if you're, like, you know, enticing somebody with it and leading them on and giving them the impression that, well, if you do this for me, then I'm gonna, you know, hop into bed or whatever. Like, that would be wrong if you don't have intention on following through with that. You know, that would be a form of lying. But, you know, if you're not making those promises and somebody is still choosing to, you know, be kind to you or to put you on a pedestal in that way or be chivalrous in that way, you know, it's not a contract. You're not obligated to give anything up of your body in exchange for somebody like wining you and dining you or romancing you. So this could be a lesson for some of you Aries in May as well. Your next card here is, ooh, 10 of Cups, right? So this is what you're manifesting, my darlings. You are manifesting that happily ever after, right? You're manifesting a life partner, abundance, joy in your career, joy in your home, joy in your love life, joy in your family, all things coming together. So if you do have friends or family who don't like the person that you're with and they're all trying to, like, entice you with somebody else and they're trying to, like, you know, set you up with different people, they're going to eventually come around. They're going to eventually be accepting of it, right? But because you're setting this high bar for yourself and you're not settling and you're like, you know, I'm going to be with somebody who's, you know, giving as much as they're receiving, you're manifesting this partnership or this union, right? This happily ever after kind of energy. And that's beautiful and that's powerful. The stars are really jumping out at me. And so the stars to me are symbolic of, like, being guided, listening to your intuition. So listen to your gut. Listen to what your gut is telling you about relationships, about people, about situations, you know, the hunches you have, because you are being given information about your love life, or you are being given, you know, a little glimpse into, like, where things are headed, okay? Be sure to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Maybe watch your Venus sign. If you want a private reading, I'm more than happy to give you an intuitive card reading. You can schedule with me by clicking on the Calendly link. If you want more of a, like, in-depth astrology reading, unfortunately, I'm not an astrologer. My understanding of astrology is super basic, and I don't want to pretend to be an expert and give anybody false information. But I do have an astrology site linked in the description of the video, along with a discount code for 30% off their already very reasonable prices. And you can use the 30% off as many times as you want, on as many reports as you want. They reached out to me. They gave me an astrology reading. They gave me a forecast reading that really impressed me. And they offered to sponsor the channel by giving you guys 30% off. And I was like, well, I like their service, right? Like, they really provided great service and I was really impressed, and they're being very generous. And so I'm more than happy to recommend them if you're looking for an astrology reading. If you're looking for a card reading, I'm your girl. But I'm not going to pretend to know about astrology like the way an expert would, because I'm not an expert in astrology. But card reading, I'm happy to do. If you would like to win this gorgeous deck here, I am wanting to say thank you so much for 100,000 subscribers. So to say thank you, I'm giving away this limited edition deck along with a tarot bag and an altar cloth, all designed by the artist that made this deck. And it's going to be a brand new set. It's not my used cards. It's going to be a brand new set of cards. Everything is wrapped in plastic. You know, if you win it, you're going to be the first person to open it up. And so I'm going to pick one person to win that bundle, and I'm going to pick one person, a different person, to win a free 30-minute reading from me. So I'm going to pick the winner from the Instagram and Facebook comments during the month of May. I'm going to see who's just been jumping out at me from the comments, and I'm going to pick one person for the deck bundle and one person for a free reading. And every month I'll have some kind of giveaway. The giveaway for June might not be as big as this fancy little bundle, but I wanted to celebrate and say thank you so much for 100,000 subscribers. So amethystangellight, Instagram and Facebook, if you're not already on there, make sure to check that out and check out the daily messages I post there. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm wishing you a fabulous May, my dears. Take care.